Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I want to show you a very cool vintage Seiko diver on loan by my buddy Mike. This is the 6105-8009 from the 8000 series. One of the most collectible and beloved Seiko diver designs from their storied history. It's just an absolutely awesome example. As you can see here, it is very worn. It's original. It has not been refinished or touched up. You can see the wear and the tear throughout the case, the bezel insert. You can look at the aging on the dial, the metal surrounds. This is a really cool example. Now take a look at that second sand. You can even notice the slight hue of pink found there at the end of that hand where the loom is, where it rotates around the dial. Very cool. Now, Mike, you gave it to me, or you lent it in on this shark strap, and I put it on a 19mm Uncle Seiko Tropic strap, which I think just really sets it off. So as an appreciation for you lending in these awesome watches, I'm going to give you this Tropic strap to enjoy on your 6139. So I hope you enjoy it, my friend. Now let's talk about this watch. I'm going to drop some specs here on the screen. You can see it is a 41mm diameter exactly when it comes to the case size, 48mm lug to lug, and it's only 12.9mm thick, which I think is really cool. Modern Seiko divers can't seem to get under the 13mm mark, so it's cool that this vintage reference does. Now let me touch on why this watch is kind of so popular. I mean, obviously most of Seiko's original diver designs as they were developing their own style have become very collectible, but the 6105 I'd say is probably the most collectible for the simple reason that it was used in pop culture in the movie Apocalypse Now. I'll drop in a picture of that. It's kind of affectionately known as the Captain Willard. And his is a slightly different reference of the 6105. His is an 8110, which has kind of a little bit more of a bulbous or rounded cushion case. It's a little bit bigger than this more slender and sharp-edged 8000 variant. So really cool use in pop culture. And it's kind of exploded. The 8110 is kind of the one that everybody wants to collect, but these 8000 series I think are a little bit more rare and a little bit harder to come by in original condition. So that's one of the reasons that makes this one such a neat find. Now let me share with you guys some of the things that I really enjoy about this model in particular. Let's look at the logo, the metal applied logo on the dial. The Seiko font is a little bit shorter north to south than it is these days. I'll kind of drop in a comparison here. I kind of like the shorter text height. I don't know, I think it looks really cool. And I love seeing the water 150-meter resist just over the Sua factory logo stamp above the 6 o'clock position. It's very clean, it's very minimal, and I far prefer it to the pyramidal form text that you see in modern Seiko Prospex divers with the Prospex logo or the X. So this is just very simple, very clean. I love the proper applied markers that are done in the square and rectangular form. The stick handset, you can see there's some nice beveling going on here. And again, that second sand just looks really cool with the bicolor application all the way to the end. Kind of lollipop style, if you will. Now, another thing that I like, if we look at it top down like we are, you can see your minute indexes going around the dial. And then if you look outside of that, it looks like you have a chapter ring that's also indexed as well. That's actually not the case. If we kind of angle the watch, that disappears and you can see the chapter ring is just a flat black color. But if you look at it straight on, it appears like there's an index chapter ring. That's due to the fact that we have this beautiful crystal that sits proud of the bezel, and it has this dramatic chamfer that just, oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So that reflection is actually taking place off of the dial to give it that appearance. I love that. again, for modern Seikos, they actually do have fully indexed chapter rings. And I'll put a picture in right here so you guys can see the difference. Now, it's also interesting to note from this photograph the size difference between this original 6105 next to a new modern turtle. It looks pretty drastic. It's kind of interesting how that is. So anyways, I thought you guys would enjoy seeing that. Now, one last thing to note about the watch, we have a bi-directional sliding bezel. There are no clicks. It's not unidirectional, and that's totally original to this style of watch. This is the crown. It's signed with the Seiko logo, exactly the same as what you would find on their original diver, the 62 MAS. So just a really fun watch. I'm really fortunate to have borrowed it. And yes, I've caught the bug. I definitely need a 6105, and I'm going to be keeping my eye out for an original reference. And like most of you guys, I'm bitten hardest by the 8110 version, the more bulbous, rounded version known as the Captain Willard. So I'm going to be looking for one of those. But this 6105-8009 has just been a joy to use. So thank you, Mike, for lending this in. I appreciate it. Thanks to you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.